My homily for the fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time, the 6th of February 2022. Leave me, Lord, I am a sinful man. Peter's response to Jesus after he'd heard him preach and seen the miraculous catch of fish. Jesus knew then that Peter was the right man to lead the church, an honest man, a man who knew himself, a man who knew he needed saving from his sins, a man who recognized Jesus as his Lord. It follows a pattern. We see it in Isaiah in our first reading. In a wretched state, lost, a man of unclean lips, a man who needed his sins taken away before he could say, "Here I am, send me as your messenger." In our second reading, St. Paul says, Christ died for our sins. If we don't have any sins, then what use is Christ to us? What need have we for the Christian faith if we are without sin? Firstly, we have to recognize that we are sinners. Then we can understand what Jesus has done for us. Then we know what the love and forgiveness of God is all about. Peter was the right man to lead the church because he knew in his heart what the love of God was all about. He'd experienced it personally. He wasn't called because he was worthy. On the contrary, he was called because he was a sinner and he knew it. A man who knew he needed forgiveness, needed the grace of God. Later, he denied knowing Jesus, but that only served to reinforce for him and for us just how loving and merciful God is. Then we have the other great leader of the church, St. Paul, a man who in his own words hardly deserves the name apostle. But as he goes on to say, by God's grace, that is what I am. A fanatical, murderous Pharisee who assisted in the murder of St. Stephen and ruthlessly persecuted the church. Another shining example of the great mercy and love of God. Another man who knew in his heart, from his own experience, the depths of God's mercy and love. So there's only one qualification needed to come here every Sunday, being a sinner. So I'll be here every Sunday, and I hope you'll join me in celebrating the love and mercy of God.